180 airports and 26 countries already in the program. NAD is the first organization in the Bahamas to recognize the Sunflower Initiative. It's a way to show our continued commitment to making LPIA a safe, welcoming, and inclusive airport for all. Passengers needing to secure a free sunflower lanyard can email sunflower@nas.bs or call 1242-397-8600. For more information, visit www.nassauLPIA.com.
And that is going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Ramiko Knowles.
I'm Shane Stubbs.
Thanks so much for watching. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
Ahead this late night, the stage is set. The PLP ratifies its remaining candidates, and the Prime Minister seems convinced his team is battle ready. Nurses back on the job, ending a days-long sick-out. And friends indeed, scores show out to show love and support to one who has stood in the gap for so many others before. Those stories, today's other big news this late night, Monday, February 2nd, 2026.
The Bahamas Tonight at 11. The final word starts now.
Hello and welcome. It is great to be with you at the start of yet another week. Our top story this late night, Progressive Liberal Party officials assure the country that they are now battle ready for the upcoming general election after completing its final ratification exercise Sunday. Here's more about that in tonight's top story. Now that his party has completed ratification of all 41 of its candidates, party leader, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis's comments Sunday following the final exercise, which saw him and 12 others receiving the party's nod, have raised speculation that the proverbial bell could be rung sooner than many thought.
Now that we have a full
read the tea leaves. And the tea leaves would point you very near to where that could be.
While dancing around the question of when the election would take place, the Prime Minister was straight to the point about his team's readiness.
They're ready to serve, they are energetic, and ready to carry forward the progress that we have started. There's a lot of things in the pipeline, a lot of things are on the way. We've done a lot, still a lot more to do, and they're prepared to put their shoulders to the wheel and get it done.
And while not committing to it, he left open exploring the idea of fixed elections in a second Davis administration.
That would be something for me to consider.
Among some of the 12 other candidates ratified Sunday, Pine Ridge incumbent Grand Bahama Minister the Honorable Ginger Moxie and Kingsley Smith, the current West Grand Bahama and Bimini MP, who will now stand for the newly created Seoul West Grand Bahama seat.
It feels wonderful. You know, we've done so much work in the Pine Ridge constituency and on Grand Bahama Island in general, and so I'm so happy to be returning to complete the job.
West Grand Bahama is PLP. I am doing my best to ensure that we keep West Grand Bahama PLP.
While newcomers Eddie Wan in Marco City and Senator Randy Roll in the recreated Bimini and the Berry Islands relieved this phase of the process is now behind them. Both are looking ahead.
I'm ready for it. Bring it on. Let's go. I have no problems. I feel great, apart from my voice right now. But I have a lot of support. I trust in myself. I trust in God. I'm ready to push it. I'm ready to do it. And I know we can bring it home.
What I want to say to the people of Bimini and Berries, the islands, though, is this time is ours, and we're going to get to work. And so right now we're focused on the task ahead. We're excited, and we look forward to it.
Prime Minister Davis yesterday also weighing in on that now ended dispute with public nurses who last week staged a sick-out that stretched into days. Still, Mr. Davis described the events as disappointing, but says his administration's record speaks for itself as for how much it values healthcare professionals.
It's disappointing when I think that what this government, this administration, and me in particular, recognizing the value of nurses, recognizing the sacrifices they make, and also recognizing the fact that we are under siege by other jurisdictions to lure them away from their home jurisdictions. We have been doing our best to ensure they're properly compensated.
PM was adamant that he is committed to resolving any outstanding matters as well as addressing any concerns that the nurses may have, but he also underscored the importance of mutual respect and trust.
Overtime could become an unbudgeted item. It only came to our attention within the week, and within that week, we made the arrangements to pay them. And for them to have taken it was unfortunate because they have to trust me. All right, so, and if they don't trust me, then the question is, trust goes both ways. I want to trust them, but they have to demonstrate that they trust me too. They work their overtime. I'm not someone who believes that government should rob their citizens, right? Nor do I believe that citizens should rob their government. They said they will be paid, and the funds were made available to them.
Mere hours after those comments, healthcare facilities across the nation breathed a sigh of relief after days of nurses calling in sick across the country. Leah Cooper has been following that angle for us.
Nurses across the country returned to work Monday morning, ending a 5-day-long absence impacting healthcare facilities on multiple islands. Confirmation coming from Bahamas Nurses Union President Muriel Lightbourne.
The majority of our nurses returned back to work this morning.
The action, sparked by long-standing labor concerns, shined a spotlight on unpaid overtime, some dating as far back as October 2025. At a press conference on Friday, the union made it clear nurses are still waiting to be paid, but there may be some movement.
The payments are being handled, and so they expected to receive those payments by today.
Beyond overtime, Lightbourne says she met with Deputy Director of the Public Hospitals Authority, Dr. Kevin Thompson, to tackle a myriad of unresolved issues affecting nurses, from delayed appointments to confirmations, promotion to retirements. The meeting, she says, was productive. The same cannot be said for the Department of Public Health.
These things I would have brought to the minister's attention as well as the PS attention, and they're still quote unquote sorting it out, or some things are still under investigation and they're being passed down for other persons to sanction.
And with nurses now back on the front lines, Lightbourne's calling for the swift action from Health Minister, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville.
I would encourage the minister to let's sit down and see how we can bring a quick resolve to that matter. I appreciate what he did for PHA, and all of us are rejoicing for what he did for PHA, but now extend that to your children, Extend that to your children in TPH.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
We turn now this late night to news from the Central Bank's economic review for the final quarter of 2025, which reveals a generally better than expected financial year for the country when compared to the year prior, with even more growth projected for 2026. The details now from our Danielle Dean.
The numbers have been crunched, and they're showing that the local economy grew in 2025 at a rate close to 3%, following a nearly 3.4% rise in 2024. As for what led to this outcome, Central Bank Governor John Roll points to tourism and foreign investment.
Although stopover performance was constrained by limited hotel sector capacity and softer U.S. travel demands, earnings were still bolstered by appreciated product pricing, sustained expansion in vacation rental sales, and arrivals gains from non-U.S. visitors, notably from Canada.
While data on inflation was only available up to mid-2025, the news there promising as well.
On a 12-month basis after that point, average prices were estimated to have fallen marginally in the Bahamas, which would have signaled that the inflation rate over that period was a negative estimate, as opposed to an increase in average prices that was recorded in the comparable period the previous year. But even still in that period, the inflation rate was very moderate by recent experiences. And the recent inflation experience reflects savings in energy costs and reduced pressures in import prices up through the middle of the year.
In 2025, near and medium-term risks to financial stability and the Bahamian dollar exchange rate were contained. But Governor Rule says they're keeping a close eye on downside risks.
They include the evolving and uncertain policy environment around trade, geopolitical tensions and conflicts in the Middle East and Eastern Europe, which could collectively disrupt tourism and the economy. And therefore, the central bank in this environment remains vigilant and ready to adjust policies as necessary to ensure that the outcomes are desirable.
Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Danielle, also here at 11, Blue Hills farmers market vendors today raised concerns about the impact of temporary closures, which could last more than the expected 24-hour period. Officials confirmed that letters were issued to the majority of the workers, notifying them of a planned demolition. Following the notices, a number of vendors reportedly chose to leave the market. Phase 2 of the project, estimated at $400,000, will include infrastructural improvements and addressing a persistent sewerage issue. Member of Parliament for Golden Gates, Minister of Labor, the Honorable Pia Glover-Roll, outlined measures for vendors affected by this development.
This is these persons' livelihood, and I'm not talking 5 days a week. If you know the Blue Hills Farmers Market, this is a 7-day operation. So we have to ensure that we're communicating with them so that if there is and where there is any break in their ability to be open to the public, that they are involved in the process. Some of those vendors took it and they moved without us actually starting the process. We're going to speak to them because, as you can see, all the vendors are still operating. It was the intention to advise them what was coming and not necessarily for them to move right away. And that only affected, I think, about 4 vendors.
After the break, a worthy fundraiser held for a man known for giving his all to others. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight at 11. There's much more to stay up for this Monday night when we return.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this month.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Sweet and spicy, marinated right, tossed with chili. Garlic and ginger have many flavors, like honey barbecue.
Signature hot wings, turn up the heat for you. Those pepper wings, what's your flavor?
Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know. So many flavors to try. What's your flavor? Honey barbecue, sweet and spicy, all new.
Signature hot wings.
What's your flavor? Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know.
Those pepper wings.
With a house, a car.
Edinburgh Napier University, Scotland's #1 modern university, is coming to Nassau. Join their free information session February 10th, 6:30 to 8 p.m. at the British Colonial Hotel. Study 100% online, flexible, and relevant. Visit seidegrees.com for details.
Back now with some of the day's other news, and in news from Parliament, a proposed amendment to the Red Cross Act topping the agenda over in the upper chamber this morning. Government Leader and Economic Affairs Minister Senator the Honorable Michael Halkitis highlighting the pivotal role the organization's humanitarian network plays in the Bahamas.
This amendment, firstly recognizing that during national emergencies, time is critical, and lost time can literally save lives. The amended framework helps the Red Cross deliver aid faster by cutting unnecessary bottlenecks. It strengthens the society's ability to move supplies, mobilize volunteers, and coordinate with authorities so that assistance reaches people in need without delay. Secondly, it reinforces the protection of the Red Cross's emblem, of the Red Cross emblem. That red cross on a white background is not a brand. It is a shield. It is a promise that the person wearing it or the vehicle bearing it is acting solely for humanitarian purposes.
And if passed, the amendment would sharpen legal protections for the local Red Cross Society, modernizing its governance and enhancing its humanitarian response in times of disaster. The Senate's opposition leader, Darren Henfield, used his contribution to applaud the local Red Cross for assisting the most vulnerable in the country.
People who daily feed behemoths like you do in the Red Cross, your meals on wheels, you know. When I think about Bishop Hansel, and the man we affectionately call the singing prophet. Have you ever gone down there and watched him cook in that big cauldron? The big cauldron that he cooks in, he cooks up food and people come. You know, and I believe as governments we should do all that we can to support initiatives and efforts like this that would help feed behemoths who find themselves down on their luck.
Empowering young girls and promoting safety. Those are the goals of the annual enrichment seminar hosted by the Bahamas Girl Guides this weekend, centering on providing its participants with the necessary education and confidence building skills to better protect themselves and others. We hear more tonight from our Mauritian Burrows.
The Bahamas Girl Guides annual enrichment seminar this weekend centered on personal development and awareness. The seminar, hosted at its West Bay Street headquarters, uniting nearly 50 young ladies to provide them with the bonding activities as well as powerful speeches from female leaders across the nation, all in hopes of encouraging them to develop their self-confidence. Association Training Commissioner Avis Richardson says that while the seminar typically takes place at the end of the year, the association ultimately decided its overall objective was far too valuable to postpone further.
This is important. As guides, we worldwide, we are conscious of how widespread violence is. Particularly against girls and young women. And as the largest organization for girls and young women worldwide, where we have 11.3 million girls and young women as a grouping, it is so important that we have a voice to raise awareness and to advocate against violence in all forms.
Among those lending a hand with the initiative is none other than wife of the Prime Minister, Mrs. Anne-Marie Davis, who encouraged all of the guides to use their voice as a means of ending gender-based violence.
If something makes you uncomfortable, speak up. Because your voice matters. If someone needs help, your kindness can make a difference. You deserve to feel safe, to feel respected and supported at all times. And this is what we're here to do today, to support you in all that we have to do in this fight against violence against girls and women.
For guides like 15-year-old Chloe Newton, who has been a member of the association for more than 5 years, the seminar proves that the future is limitless. when you are willing to dream and collaborate to create a better tomorrow.
To see that some of these girls could be in positions like that in the future, to be Prime Minister's wife, was very inspiring to see. She was also a guide, and she learned so much from guiding, and that we can learn so much too.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Marisha Barros.
A man known for giving his all to others is now leaning on that very community he spent years uplifting. The group came together recently to show love and support for Demetrius Smith, who's now facing serious medical challenges of his own. We hear more tonight from West Colleagues Forbes.
He's given to many. Now it's our turn. Those words boldly on a flyer becoming a call to action as friends, families, and strangers gather at the Great Commission Ministries on Wolf Road for a medical fundraiser in support of Demetrius Smith. Known across the Bahamas as a vibrant MC and community giver, Smith has spent years uplifting others, often without asking for anything in return.
My situation started with me not checking on my health, not adhering to the early warning signs. I was getting signs. I was having sleepless nights. I was having constant headaches. I was urinating a lot, and all of that was signs of a kidney digression. And I did not check on it as fast as I should have. Had I known, it would have been saved in time, but I did not know. Eating late at night, all of the processed foods that we love, all of these well-known franchises in the country, the conch with the mayo at night with the soda. All those things play a vital role in cholesterol buildup and also kidney damage.
People showed up in full force, bringing donations and more, although Smith says at first it was hard to ask for help.
It was kind of hard because as a giver, it's kind of hard. You take it a little hard to be receiving. It felt weird to me. And so my family and other persons, friends and stuff, they were just compelling me just to do it, just go ahead and just do it. I realized that no man is an island. No matter how much money you have or how much resources you have, at some point, if you keep on dealing with medical issues, it's going to get low. And so that's why you need a village.
And as Demetrius Smith continues his journey towards recovery, his message is clear. Take care of your health, lean on your village, and never underestimate the power of community.
All of the persons who would have donated, who would have sent prayers, who would have visited, send flowers, certain fruit baskets, I'm just happy to be alive. I would tell anyone, of course, who might be on the verge and feeling discomfort in their bodies to go and get checked out. Early detection saves lives. The quality of life is based on the quality of your health. And so if you feel any kind of discomfort in your body, get checked out. The processed foods, the eating late at night, the cholesterol levels, the potassium levels, the phosphorus levels, all of those things play a vital role in maintaining the quality of your health.
Anyone interested in donating can do so through his GoFundMe campaign. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Wes Colleagues Forbes.
I think I speak for so many, and we say we wish Demetrius all the best on his healing journey. Let's go over now to Amajal as the Bahamas Tonight at 11 turns to sports.
Shawnee Miller-Weibo continuing her impressive comeback campaign. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Welcome to your Monday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. Well, if there was any doubt, she's back. Shawnee Miller-Weibo continuing to impress in her comeback campaign, blazing to a world-leading time of 35.79 seconds. This in the women's 300 meters this weekend at the Bob Pollock Invitational at the Clemson Indoor Track in Clemson, South Carolina. The Bahamian track and field legend, who has won at every level in her career, was unchallenged in the win. It's the third fastest time in her career and the ninth fastest in the history of the event, according to the World Athletics top performance list. Just last week, Miller-Weibo opened her season with a facility record of 36.07 seconds at the Alachua County Sports and Event Center Invitational in Gainesville, Florida. The Bahamian former world Olympic champion dropped about 0.3 of a second off that time on Saturday, sending notice that she intends to be a force to reckon with this season. So on track this weekend, athletes bearing the cold weather to earn victories and trying to qualify for this year's Carifta Track and Field Championships at the 6th Annual Sonia Knowles Redline Athletics Track and Field Classic, staged at the original Thomas A. Robinson Stadium on Saturday and Sunday. Head coach Tito Moss.
For us, it's all about improving year on year. The Red Line, Sonia Knowles track class is the most anticipated meet for the season, and that is because they know they can get an organized meet, it's quality, and the awards are outstanding. So the clubs, the athletes, everybody looks forward to this meet to open up in their specialty.
More from the weekend, aspiring football players getting the opportunity to sharpen their skills at a youth football camp held at the old Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. The initiative put on by the Jesse Ferguson football program in conjunction with the Ministry of Youth Sports and Culture.
With persons we have made contact with in the U.S. coaches and other schools coming down to do camps in the future, it only serves that we should prepare these kids so when the coaches come down, they're not lost. And it shows a level of uniformity. And so that's why we're teaching them how to hop around, you know what I'm saying, the 15-yard shuttles, the strides and so forth, the broad jumps, things that they will see when they do try for these schools or when they do work out for these coaches.
We decided, when you look at the numbers, we actually going on a number game here. There are over 300 plus Division I colleges that plays Division I football. And in that, there's about 105 minimum, I believe, that you can have on a team. So if you do the math, with all the athleticism, I believe that football is a gateway for us to have our kids probably go off to school, get an education, and possibly enter the professional realm.
In softball news, the legacy of the late Sam Haven was once again celebrated through sport at the 9th Annual Sam Haven Invitational Softball Tournament hosted by the Bankers Athletic Association at the Blue Hill Playing Fields. The annual event brought together 6 competitive teams across the banking and sporting community, all competing in the spirit of camaraderie and sportsmanship.
And Sam was an all-around athlete, man. He played soccer, he played baseball, he played softball, but more importantly, he served as a director in the Banks Athletic Association, very pivotal in organizing all of the sporting events that we host annually. I mean, we have track and field, we've got golf, we've got softball as we have now, we've got bowling, we have a ton of events, and he was very instrumental in doing that for over 40 years, okay? And so on his passing, of course, we made the commitment to hold an annual softball tournament in his honor, and we've been able to do so. We've had a lot of spirited competition, different teams winning it. This is the one event where we allow teams even outside of the Bankers Association to participate. Today we got 4 teams participating with CIBC, RBC, Scotiabank, Central Bank, 2 outside teams, the Gremlins and the Outsiders.
And that's been a look at your sports on this Monday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online. both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting tingsybahamas.com.
Edinburgh Napier University, Scotland's #1 modern university, is coming to Nassau. Join their free information session February 10th, 6:30 to 8 p.m. at the British Colonial Hotel. Study 100% online, flexible, and relevant. Visit seidegrees.com for details.
Well, everybody's been talking about the chilly weekend we just experienced. How long is this cold weather sticking around? For the answer, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Carvel. Those chilly temperatures remain with us again tonight, where we will see temperatures in the upper 40s in the extreme northwestern parts of our country, and particularly around Grand Bahama and Abaco. Here in the capital, we'll once again see some 50s, and then things start to warm up just a bit tomorrow, just ahead of another cold front, which will bring back these 50s by the weekend. Now, Marshall, Abaco, 59 degrees as we speak, 56 in Greenville, Key, and Freeport, Grand Bahama. The Berry Islands, 60 degrees, 58 in Allenstown, Bimini. Over in Harbor Island, 63 degrees, 61 at Roxanne, Eleuthera, Artisan, Cadalla, 62. Black Point, Exuma, Camp Space, Los Angeles reporting 63. Fresh Creek at 61 degrees, 63s again in Georgetown, Exuma. From Key and San Salvador, 62 degrees. And we'll get into some 66 in Ragged Island, Clarence Sound, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay may go on to 68, Ackland 68, Matchitown, Nagua at 71, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 72 degrees. Satellite pictures once again showing that old frontal boundary already pushed well to the east of Hispaniola, leaving behind that northwesterly component wind, and that will keep the cold, chilly temperatures in place through tomorrow. As we said, the warming trend will take place on Wednesday, but that will be short-lived as another cold front pushes through on Thursday night. Tonight, we're looking at windy this evening with areas of low clouds. The low temperature tonight, watch that, 57 degrees. And then tomorrow, we're looking at low clouds once again, with your temperature getting up into the 60s. Now, tomorrow, 68 degrees for your high temperature, but some clouds rolling in. But thereafter, the skies open up. Lots of sunshine right into Thursday, despite the approach of that frontal system, which we started to go through somewhere around 8, 9 o'clock in the evening. And then the skies will clear up quite rapidly as we head into the weekend with lots of sunshine during the daytime, but very breezy conditions, which will make temperatures feel even a lot colder than they are. Meaning these 59s that you're going to pick up over the weekend, they'll feel more like about 49 degrees over the weekend. So another chilly weekend shaping up for you. Cover.
All right, so the cool stays with us. Thank you, Basil. And thank you for being with us this Monday night. That is our broadcast. I'm Corbell Pyfrom for Amo, Basil, and our entire team. Take care, be well, and remember, we'll be looking to see you again right back here tomorrow evening. Good night.
At Bahama Boulevard, I'm Sean Innes. This is ZNS.
Joan, your self-worth is all wrapped up in your house. You must know a handyman who can help me baby-proof my condo. Why can't Todd do it? Todd? He may be a whiz in Santa's workshop, but he ain't worth a damn around the house.
Ooh, that reminds me. I need a bunch of repairs done at the apartments. My tenants keep nagging me about it. Okay, I'm the manager. You smell gas, your windows won't open. I get it.
Yeah, I need a handyman